All right. What's up, y'all? So, Sean spoke to the reporters and was not pleased at all with our offense. In fact, he quoted, uh, there is that they have a long, long way to go. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's take a look at what he's talking about here. So, Sean announced some big news after practice on Tuesday, revealing that he did indeed sign a contract extension with the Rams, but it hasn't been announced yet. I guess they're waiting on Les Snead's deal to be done, and then from there is when they will announce it. But Sean basically, it kind of like an offhanded comment where he was like, "Yeah, um, the contracts will be done soon. Mine's done, but they're working on less right now. And when Les's contract is done, then that's when the Rams will announce it. That's basically what he said, like in a press conference, kind of offhanded like that. So it feel like his contract's done. They're just waiting for Les's to have the particulars done with that. Then they'll kind of go from there because I guess they have them as like a package deal, I suppose, which is wise because Sean and Les work really well together. So can't wait to hear that. Hope they're around for as long as possible, man, because they've done a great job. However, he then reported afterwards that he had told reporters that he's not happy at all with where the offense is at. With training camp winding down, McVay didn't completely rip his offensive players, and he didn't call out anyone individually, but there seems to be a legitimate gap between the state of the offense and defense. So real quick, it's just number one, this time of the year favors the defense. So you have to understand it takes time for chemistry to be built, and it's hard to do that 100% fully in like just a few weeks of training camp. So it's gonna, usually that'll come around like mid-season when like the chemistry's at its height for any type of offense, and the offense generally struggles right when football activities start, like right when teams get back to practice. They got new players. They gotta they got to learn everyone's tendencies, and it's normal to see an offense struggle at this point in the year is what I'm getting at. So it's not something to be too concerned about, but yeah, apparently they got dominated, you know. So which is good. I think our defense is going to be legit, man. But it's another thing too is this happened not today, but I think yesterday, which is like the second to last day of camp. You got to remember there's a good possibility the players maybe have checked out. It's almost the second to last day of which they shouldn't be doing, by the way. If they shouldn't be doing that. Because one, I mean, training camp's about to end, but the season's about to start, so it's not like y'all are about to go on vacation. So maybe they're not doing it, maybe they are. And if they are, that could contribute to why uh, they got the brakes beat off them by our defense today. So let's go ahead and or yesterday rather, excuse me. And this is what Sean was quoted here. I think we're in the process of building. When you look at today, I thought it was outstanding by the defense. A lot of turnovers on the flip side, which is some of the things you deal with not nearly good enough offensively. But I thought there were some positive strides in the run game. I thought we leveled off runs. I thought we fit some combinations up. Okay. Okay, that's encouraging. Okay. All right. So they are proactively working in the running game. Okay, that's good. We really already knew that. They've said it multiple times throughout the past few months, but it is very clear that the run game is an area in which they need to improve upon. and they are taking the steps to do that, which is good. That's good. It's good. That's a good thing. McVay indicated earlier this week that the team wasn't where he wanted it to be, but he focused more on offense Tuesday. He wants to see a higher sense of urgency. Hey, y'all see this? Higher sense of urgency. What was I just saying a few minutes ago about how it's the second to last day of camp? Maybe they were. It was like a lazy day. All right. Maybe they just didn't want to get out in the hot sun. It's rough. You know, they gotta. Maybe they don't really feel like working out today. It happens. Everyone's felt that. I've felt that. Everyone's felt that. And maybe that was the cause of them not performing as well. But higher sense of urgency, that pretty much confirms it for me. But hey, I don't know. On that side of the ball, something they'll keep working on with week one less than a month away. And here is McVay here. We have a long, long way to go. We're not anywhere close to where we need to be. Nobody needs to press the panic button, but we got to start having a little bit more of a sense of urgency overall, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. And that's what we're going to continue to focus on. See, I can see Sean is not too happy, and it seems like he is not happy with the fact that the offense, or maybe several players on the offense, were sandbagging it, as essentially what I'm getting the vibe that McVay probably feels they didn't practice as hard as they could have, which y'all got to understand that will happen, through, on a football team. It's if y'all have ever played football out there, I'm sure y'all know, having those pads on, it's summer, it's really hot. Sometimes you don't really want to be there doing the training camp stuff. You'd much rather be game planning and getting ready for football games. It can be kind of boring doing the same old drills every day in the hot sun. I get it. But, I mean, y'all gotta, I mean, it's just part of the job. It's what you're getting paid for, handsomely, I might add, to play well on a football team. So nothing really. Basically, McVay is saying he wants him to work harder, is what I'm getting out of this so far. But let's go ahead and keep going. Some of the things that bothered McVay was the lack of ball security. Yup, and that's a byproduct right there. Jalen Ramsey had 2 picks. David Long Jr. had a pick 6. And Russ Yeast also pulled out an interception. Sometimes the defense just makes more plays than the offense, but the operation on offense has to be better. Pre-snap penalties, particularly those in the red zone, don't help either. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so they were having penalties too. Yup, they were not focused today. Or yesterday, rather. Pardon me. McVay's quoted again here. We got to take better care of the football. We've got to be able to do things that are in alignment with what good teams do. Even some of the procedural issues, pre-snap penalties, we're in a situation where we're playing for a touchdown. You're on the 7. You jump off sides, move it back to the 12. Your chances of being able to punch it in significantly decrease. You can't have those kind of things from players that have played a lot of football. That's why you do practice. Oh yeah, so Sean's not. Yeah, Sean was a little miffed at this, and I don't blame him. So they performed some penalties here, and it looks like maybe a veteran jumped off sides when he really shouldn't have, and Sean's clearly disappointed in that. I agree. I agree, man. It's the red zone is a area where the offense has to get better at as well. As strange as it may sound, the Rams really weren't that great in the red zone. I know that sounds strange, but they weren't. And I'm sure McVay, being offensive oriented, he's an offensive guy, really is trying to improve upon that, and he clearly is, you know. But the fact that they would have penalties in a red zone drill, I could see why McVay would become a little salty after seeing that, and I do not blame him. So let's keep going. He praised the defense once again, especially after practice where the entire unit, sans Leonard Floyd, was on the field together. Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner were running team drills for the first time, giving a glimpse of the potential of this defense. And Sean is talking about the defense here. The defense has done some really good things. I was very pleased with them. They're really playing as one. You could see our full arsenal was out there today, with Jalen getting as many snaps, Aaron coming off an off day, Bobby continuing to lead the way. I really like where we're at defensively and want to start to see some increased urgency offensively. See, there's that word again, urgency. It's that pretty much tells me all I need to know. It maybe the offense just didn't kind of had a lazy day. It's nothing to panic about. It's nothing to get too angry about. They just had a lazy day. It happens. We've all had those. So, but McVay, being offensive oriented, was not pleased with that. So it's just one of those things. Wednesday, today will be the final practice of training camp before heading back to Cal Lutheran, where they will prepare for 3 preseason games. So, overall, it looks like what we learned in the training camp, from a general sense, is our defense is going to be legit. I am very happy to hear that. McVay mentioned they were playing as one, like King Leonidas said, as a single impenetrable unit, and I love watching a great defense go to work, and I love watching the physicality, and it is seeming like our defense could be that this year, and that gets me super excited. It does. The offense, they got the brakes beat off them by the defense. Nothing to get too worried about. Sean seemed a little upset with the penalties, with the fact that people just didn't seem to be on the same page. Maybe they just had an off day, lazy day. Maybe they went out drinking last night. Who knows? Who knows? But McVay wasn't happy about it. It's really not that serious. They'll be all right. They're going to be okay. It's just sometimes you just have a bad day at work or a lazy day at work. So it's just, that's all I think that is. And this time of the year favors the defense anyway. So I am not worried about the offense in the least bit. So that's going to be it for now, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. Preseason games this week. So that is super exciting. So we'll see how our depth players look. And see how they look. But I'll catch you guys on the next one, all right? Go Rams.